Let me say that we are very, very glad to announce that last week, under the auspices of the Atlanta Business League and with the help of Henderson Travel, we put together a trade mission involving 45 business persons from around the state of Georgia, mostly from Atlanta. And as a result of 1 week's involvement, we are announcing that there has been $134 million in trade and investment that has already been agreed to. And that as a result of this trade mission, we not only have these beautiful flowers imported from Jamaica that fly in daily on Air Jamaica under the auspices of Bussy Florists and a consortium of 73 florists in the city of Atlanta, but we are announcing a purchase of toys for Underground Atlanta, for Desi's Toys, one of the most successful new businesses in Underground Atlanta, to a joint venture fisheries project in Barbados that will be flying in fresh fish processed and caught in Barbados and flown daily into Atlanta, to a water resource project involving engineering design that will provide water resources and irrigation for Trinidad and Tobago. These are the projects that are already pretty much done deals. In addition to this, there's probably another $300 to $400 million of conversations on pending deals. Those would involve scrap metal purchases and refining of metals in the Caribbean, from the Caribbean here in Atlanta by Southern Foundry Supply, Ted Bogart. It would include hotel and resort development that's under discussion, and what else? Agricultural projects, South Georgia peanut farmers and grain farmers that were with us on this mission have processes pending that will involve them in business in the future, we think. But also we've had a significant cultural exchange between the National Black Arts Festival in the Caribbean, between the Atlanta University, Clark Atlanta University complex and the Caribbean, medical exchanges. It was really a very comprehensive group that found that in countries that we normally think of as very poor, that there is tremendous business potential, and that working together, we can channel that business potential through the goods and services that we produce here in Atlanta and Georgia. So that's my basic statement. If there's any other question, I'd be glad to try to respond to some questions.
Mayor, this morning in Atlantic City, the president of the National Conference of Black Mayors was arrested on charges of bribery and conspiracy. And I wanted to know if you had a reaction both to the gentleman and to the charges and allegations.
No, I really don't. I know him, I've met him, but I don't know him very well at all, and I don't know anything about the charges or the considerations. But it'd be good if we could confine our comments to the questions at first to the trade mission. I'm sure that there will be follow-up trade missions from that area here. For instance, the JAMPRO, Jamaican Export Trading Company, is going to be coming back here to Atlanta in the next 60 days. Our sister city with arrangement with Port of Spain, Trinidad, will have a constant interchange. What we did through this business, through this trade mission, was simply open the doors. We opened the doors, and almost everybody on this trip found a potential business partner. And they will be back and forth, both on the telephone and flying back and forth, allowing those deals to mature. But it's nothing short of miraculous to me that we were able to move as quickly, and that, I mean, we just got back Sunday, and here flowers flown in from Jamaica already. Now, buses had been working on that for some time, but the connection, and I think you need to think about why people liked us down there. Sugar prices are down. Agriculture's in a slump. People don't know what to do with very, very viable land. When they find out that they can grow a couple of acres of these kinds of flowers for export and get the same price as they'd get on 10 acres of sugarcane, then that's an economic transformation that takes care of the people on the land. When you take care of the people on the land, any government is happy. And I think the fact that we were able to show that we had a total interest in the community, that it wasn't just a group of people coming down to make a quick buck, but that we were trying to establish relationships that would encourage them to do all of their business with the United States through us here in Atlanta, Georgia, and that they could find business partners for that purpose. Well, the government of Trinidad also asked us if we would help them with a $300 million electric power station. And one of the things I realized a long time ago is that people who have needs in the developing world don't really know how to get those needs met. And this is the kind of project for which there would be World Bank funding. And yet getting the design and the construction and the financing package put together is something that requires technical assistance. And that's the sort of technical assistance that we hope that we can provide from Atlanta. And if you can do it for countries that are on the bottom of the economic ladder, and these countries are not big countries and they're not rich countries, and yet there was this much business potential there in a very short visit. I think that just opens the door to tremendous business potential in the developing world once we establish the patterns and the kind of communication that lets people know Atlanta's a good place to come and do business. I should say, I say Atlanta, but we had people from Athens, from Early County, from Dougherty County, where else? Albany, that's Dougherty County. And it really represented a nice cross-section of the smaller businesses in the state.
What was the biggest deal?
The biggest deal is probably a tie between the fisheries project and the engineering project in Trinidad. The engineering project in Trinidad will build a dam that will help to either supply water to the city of Port of Spain or allow them to open up new lands for agricultural use. The government was about to lose the financing as of September 30th if they had not been able to sign a contract and put something together. So our coming now saved them money that they were about to lose. It will make these projects, it'll make them move forward. Now on the fisheries project, that could be, that'll be a fisheries project that will process fish, provide fishing boats, and open up a direct market service of fresh fish into the southeastern part of the United States. Those fishing boats will generate about $1 million in fish for export a year. And I think they're talking about starting out with 10 boats to start with, and integrating it into the processing operation that the Canadians built in Barbados. Rhonda Brown is the president of the Atlanta Business League, and who was with us on the first phase of this mission, and we'll ask her to conclude the press conference.
I'd just like to say that the Atlanta Business League is very proud to have done this for the city of Atlanta, as well as for the Caribbean governments. This is an historic event, and we are a historic organization because we are always first in a lot of things, and that's good to be associated with this kind of organization. I am just pleased. This mission was a true success. It was a success because of the networking relations that was developed, and the mayor have already alluded to. It was a success in just good hospitality because we were treated extremely well, and it was a success when it comes to real dollars, because real dollars are going to come out of this thing. And I'd like to just extend my gratitude to all of the participants and all of the business owners who went with us on this mission, to the Caribbean governments, and especially to the Honorable Andrew Young. Thank you.
Let me say that one of the things that I think made it a significant trip also was that in each of these three countries, the prime ministers entertained us personally in their residences. And it gave the business people on this trip a chance to talk to the decision makers and to get a direct feedback on what was possible and not possible. So that I think we probably cut through what might have taken 6 months and a whole lot of money to get decisions about these kinds of projects. But when you go together in the kind of integrated mission that we had, small business, middle-sized business, black business, white business, South Georgia business, North Georgia business, Atlanta business, we brought a package of things that they needed. And they responded to it very, very well. And I think you're going to see them doing much more of their governmental shopping here in Georgia for the projects and products that they need from the U.S. marketplace. Thank you very much.